Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Hello, lovely people. Inter Milan 0, Liverpool Football Club 2. First leg of the round of 16, and what a result. What a result. Like, can't ask for much more from a European game. Really can't. Clean sheet, 2-0 win, away from home, bring them back to Anfield.
It's nice, isn't it? It's nice. Listen, when you go away in any Champions League tie, you don't play very well, and you score 2 goals, you have to be happy. Let's be real. We know it's probably in second gear. We didn't really do that much. We really didn't.
Yeah.
We're kind of just playing the occasion. It's almost like we said, Champions League, innit? Yeah, let's just play some football and then see what happens. I swear to you, we didn't take the game as serious as we could have taken it. Javier didn't really get involved into the game, but we'll talk about that more in player ratings. I just think as a whole, it's a good result. We should be happy and just know that we can play better. And we probably reserved a lot of energy as well for the weekend. So all in all, I think it's a win-win.
Agreed. Sultan says Klopp subs was on point. Get in.
I agree, and we'll talk about Klopp when we obviously get to player ratings.
Shut me up. Really has. But nothing else to say on that. He completely shut me up. I was wrong. He was dead right. Absolutely.
65 minutes of poorness. Switched it up. I think the last 25 minutes was brilliant.
So obviously, guys, we just did the watch along. First half was a bit up and down. I thought we started the game really well, but towards the end of the first half, I think we really got poor. Obviously, the ref did a shady thing by blowing early. Pause.
Yeah, let's talk about that. 5 seconds to go. Salah in on goal. Ref thinks,
to be honest, it wasn't 5 seconds. It was literally like 1 minute, 59 seconds. It was 2 minutes of injury time. But in that situation, you're meant to let the play go.
Yeah, I was going to say, guys, have I been misled my whole life? Or is there a rule that if there's an actual attack actually happening, the ref can give a few extra seconds to see how the attack plays out, right? Is that not like the rules of the game? I thought it was anyway.
So. With something like that, remember that happened to us against Manchester United last season in the FA Cup or the league. No, it was the Premier League actually, and we drew that game 0-0. Right on the edge of half time, Thiago played it through, and the ref blew the whistle. Very weird.
I think I remember that.
I think so. Yeah, for real.
Ronaldinho Goat says debate. Hendo best position is number 6. Bobby better than Jota in versus the low block.
People getting carried away, you know.
Yeah, I think it's a bit early to say that.
But I did tell you, look, that I think that Hendo being a backup number 6 is a brilliant position for him from next season moving onwards. And today, what he did was come on and he played that position. Not expertly. I'm not going to say he was sensational, but he definitely came on and helped the midfield today. So that could possibly be the new role for him, guys. I did say it. Depending on who the opposition is, sometimes him being a bit more, him getting about the pitch a bit more might be a little bit more beneficial, even though he's not as good defensively. So it's one to keep. It's one to look out for, boys.
Samanuske says, Firmino, that's it. That's the super chat. Sticky fire. I may actually annoy people with my player ratings for certain players tonight, but I'm over the moon. On a separate note, I am over the moon that Bobby scored. I really am. And I'm over the moon Salah did as well, because he hasn't looked himself since he's come back in terms of just himself, in terms of that smile, that vibrancy and stuff. You can tell that
he's not going to get over it. He's not going to get over it for a long time. You know what I mean?
Which again is understandable, and you'd want that from a professional. You don't want a professional landing back in England thinking, I've got this calm, it's happened, it's good. You want him to feel that pain, because if he didn't feel that pain, then he wouldn't be a professional and he wouldn't be the best in the world.
When
So
you're as
I rate
proud as he is to come from his country as well, that you know what I mean. And you got, I think a lot of people forget as well. Other than Messi, Ronaldo back in the day, maybe not so much now, but back
Messi.
in the day. Um, and then after that, I don't know if there's any players who are expected to carry their country more. Like I'm trying to think, like throughout world football, how many more international teams other than Argentina and Portugal have like really just been like, I guess Senegal to a degree maybe, but still not as much as Mo. Like for Egypt, Mo is like it. All the pressure is. He probably feels like it's his fault they didn't win. You know them ones. Even though he didn't even take the penalties. So, oh yeah, Neymar for a while was carrying Brazil on his back. That is very true. Yeah.
Ronaldinho Goat says people saying Bobby is finished on track for his best season. Goals wise, he is, yes.
Yeah,
Jamrock
Lewandowski
says,
for Poland, Bale for Wales. Yeah. A couple of people, there are quite a few, but yeah. And again, those players probably carry the same weight of expectation on their back when their countries don't do well. Do you know what I mean?
Jamrock says Simicast, Milner right back, and Matip and Konate this weekend. I'd be happy with that. I'd want to see Matip and Gomez personally.
Although Norwich are playing a bit better than we can just go, oh yeah, let's just walk them over. I know they're still bottom of the league in that, but Dean Smith has got them playing a bit better. I don't know if we can just be like say Milner at right back, for example. If there's no need to, I don't think we should. I'd actually rather Gomez played right back, to be honest.
But just the back four of Milner, Gomez, Matip, and Simicast. Bro, that for me deals with their team easy.
On paper, I like that back four for the Norwich game, but in reality, that's all four players who ain't played together. And it might be, sometimes you could do too much. Like just randomly, all of a sudden, you've just got four players you ain't never played together as a four all season, and you just throw them in there together. So that could be a little bit.
I think they have played once, maybe in the League Cup together, but it hasn't been often. But if they have to gel at some point, they've got to play. And Gomez needs minutes; he has to get some.
Yeah. Gomez does need minutes. He does.
He does.
Sabiri says Klopp ducking smoke on Friday. Shout out to Big Jurgen. Like I said, attack and get smacked, or sit back and get packed. Subs were fresher than Subway. Great win. Big up yourself, Sabiri.
100%. Substitution is on point.
Eric says, did you see the team with Mo after the goal? He needed that goal. Needs to ease his pain with goals.
100%. That's what I'm saying. You lot should have seen Bobby. Bobby did like a fly kick into the crowd. It was hilarious. You know that kick he does where like it's like that jumping switch kick kind of. You know that kick he does? Like he did that into the crowd. It was hilarious.
Musa says, all jokes aside, Salah, Robbo, Fab, Mane, Thiago, VVD shouldn't be anywhere near the starting lineup against Norwich, but Trent needs a rest too. Agreed.
Yeah, I do fully hear that. I do.
He does.
BC says Pep at home. This club man pains in the arse.
Oh, yeah, that was what Matt was telling us. That remember when Matt was telling us Pep when they asked about Liverpool, he's like, yeah, them man are paying him now.
Well, I like to hear. He knows this ain't done.
Without Klopp, he would have just been bullying up this league on some real PSG thing, innit? Like, let's be real. If you look at the point gap between City and all the other teams, if you take Liverpool out for the last 3 or 4 years, it would have been a joke. The Premier League would have been an actual joke. Like, so yeah, no, it's true.
Jamrock says Man City used Ake at Norwich last week, 4th choice centre back. Agreed.
Yeah.
Ake's a good player.
Crypto Nation says, I really like Milner in the last 10 to 15 minutes of games. That's what he should be doing. He should be seeing it out.
And that's why I think Klopp's giving him a contract. He's a flexible option on the bench, and the last 10 minutes he comes on and sees the game out. I'm telling you, that's why Klopp wants to keep Milner around. I'm telling you.
It'll be interesting. Second half, then, boys, we all got a little bit of a shock. Still don't know the full story behind it, but Bobby was brought on for Jota.
I hope Jota's all right. I hope that was tactical and not injury.
Yeah, I want to know what happened there, to be honest. I generally don't know.
But had very little control in the midfield. And he did something we didn't expect him to do. He brought on Hendo and Naby for Harvey and Fabinho, which we were all shocked about at the time. And then Diaz came on for Mane. Changed the game. Really did change the game.
Agreed.
100%. And I said,
kick in, but when it kicked in, it was absolutely fine.
And I said at the time as well, that even though it was confusing on paper, you're like, why on earth has he done that? I could visually see it was making a difference. We looked more on it. We looked more perked up. Perisic stopped getting in because before the substitutions, Perisic was getting in, which we had a debate during the game. Was it on purpose or not? Because you guys felt like it was a deliberate tactic, and which was smart from Simeone from Simone, Inzaghi to go down that side. But I have watched Inter a couple of times this season, and Perisic is definitely their danger man. And I think they favour him regardless of who they're playing. I think today it just worked for them that our more advanced player is Trent, and then their best winger is Perisic. And Perisic was getting in, and he was causing us some problems. And there was no one helping Trent at that time. And then, to his credit, when he came on, Naby and Henderson, they just started to fully get a bit more control in midfield, stop the outlet, stop the pass even being made to Perisic, started to make some blocks. I even saw Mo coming back and doing 1 or 2 defensive runs as well. And we just got possession back in midfield. And I'm not even going to lie, we'll get onto player ratings, but Naby was brilliant when he came on. He made one really terrible pass that should have been better. Other than that, he was brilliant.
I wouldn't say it's a terrible pass. It was an underhit pass.
He was stuck in what to do, should I say then. Yeah, he was like, should I shoot, should I pass? And then he kind of did half of both, and it was like, he fucked up a chance, and that was 0-0. But yeah, Naby was fire, man. And you know what I loved? I loved the way he was bullying up, man. That was AFCON Naby, bro. I remember when I rang Matt and I was like, yo, tell me something. Why is Naby throwing his weight around in this AFCON and in the Premier you don't do it? What's going on? That was AFCON Naby today. He was throwing his weight around, bro. He was henching up, man, flying into tackles. Yeah, man.
Home cooked food, bro.
Bro.
I didn't with us. I don't know what I say too much.
While he was over there for 2 or 3 weeks, he was getting bare pounded yam and that, and it just just felt bro. That's what I'm saying.
Certain man, I kept on saying it. Certain man wanted certain people to start. I said, listen, this brother needs to play. I've been saying it for a while. Let him play. Let him play games. Listen, there's everyone in our team that will have a game where they're not that great, and everyone's like, get him out of the team. Nah, he didn't play well. He had a bad game. Naby Keita, it's very rare that he has back-to-back games where he just doesn't play well, or 3 games in a row. Naby Keita played very well. Big impact tonight, and showed his class once again, man. You know what I mean?
You definitely do look like a proud dad tonight.
No,
you're keeping the smiling, but I know you want to let it out, bro.
No, it's what we do, innit? Like,
I know you want to call out AA. You're just being humble at the moment.
No, I'm just of course. I'm always humble. It's what I do, innit? I don't really.
And credit to Klopp as well, because I'm not saying it was a mistake to start Elliot, because none of us have an issue with Elliot, but he rectified it by realizing maybe Elliot is a little bit getting overwhelmed. And he was like, do you know what? Boom, let me change this. Let me take him out the firing line, bring in Naby. And Naby was brilliant when he came on, man.
Max Legend says Liverpool had options off the bench with everyone fit. Facts.
Definitely. Bro.
Musa says no more agendas. Everyone has to play a part. Not going to lie. Facts.
We've been saying it, boys. Even the people who everyone was slating, they're contributing. You know what I mean?
Right, guys, you know I'm going to ask you, have you liked the video? Over 900 of you here, almost 1,000. Please do hit the like button, people. Liverpool just won. You're watching this with us. We appreciate you. We'll appreciate you even more if you just press that like button. So please do that for us, guys. All right. So should we get into player ratings then, boys?
I think we should. I'm ready. I'm ready.
There's one thing I just want to talk about in terms of the game, just quickly before we do, though. What do you lot think it was why we were giving the ball away so much before Hendo and Naby came on? Like, we very rarely are we that wasteful with the ball. Like, even Thiago, it was rubbing off on, and he was like losing the ball or making poor passes. It was really weird, innit? In the first hour of that game, how often we was losing, and there wasn't any one player to even dig out. Everybody on the pitch was doing it. Like, everyone on the pitch was giving the ball away, and it was it was really weird. What do you not actually think that was? Like, what was it? Was it the occasion? Was it Inter Milan? We just got to give credit to the opposition. They were playing well. What was it?
If I'm being honest, I don't think it was Inter Milan like making us make mistakes. It was just more. We didn't take the game as serious as we should be. Like, I genuinely felt like it only dawned on us in the second half. Oh, we're in a Champions League game, and there's a chance we could win it. I kind of felt like the way we was playing ball was almost like we were 4-0 up, and if you misplace a pass, it's all right. No one took care of it. No one's thinking about the next move. There was a part where I think Cal pointed out where it was Thiago got the ball from deep, and he had no one to pass to. That no one even gave him an option at this point. And it's like, what's going on here? Like, seriously, like, fix up. I genuinely feel like the players were a little bit lackadaisical tonight. Got away with it a bit because against a better team, and like you said as well, Drift, where the ball got swung in, remember, by Perisic, and if Martinez is a bit taller, if that was Dzeko, could have scored. So we have to be careful. I just think we were lackadaisical tonight. I don't think Inter Milan made us play bad. I just think we didn't take care of the ball enough. We weren't serious.
Would you guys say it was slightly reminiscent of the Real Madrid game, except Inter Milan never punished us the way Real Madrid did? Because do you remember when we went away to Madrid last season and we had that really poor first half? Do you think it was maybe a little bit reminiscent of that? But just thankfully, obviously, like I said, Inter didn't punish us the way Madrid did. Because it felt a little bit like it wasn't as bad. Don't get me wrong, that was like terrible. But I felt a little bit like that, though, innit? Like maybe the occasion was maybe bothering us a little bit, and I don't know. Yeah, it was a bit of a mad one, but
I wouldn't compare it to the Madrid game because I don't think we were ever in the Madrid game. Whereas this game we were in it for large portions. I just think we got a bit sloppy. Like, it happens some games, but today I think we were especially sloppy.
Yeah, and if this is true about Jota being an ankle injury,
swollen ankle. I'm gonna bring up the quotes.
If it's ankle ligaments, that means he's out for like a month or something.
Not necessarily because Klopp. No, not necessarily because Klopp said this is a bit misleading, but
said he's got swelling around the ankle ligament.
He could have played on. Here's the Klopp says Diogo had a swollen ankle at half time. It was something to do with his ligament. I don't even know how they diagnose that so quickly. He could have played on, which was good news, but we made the change. So
okay. Yeah. That makes me feel a bit better.
We must have some of the best doctors in the world, because I don't even know how you diagnose that half time. No, it's a ligament. Secondly, if it's a ligament, how on earth does Jota? How could you have said he could have played on if there was, even if it's medial or slight ligament damage?
Adrenaline.
Or that could be getting lost in translation with Klopp obviously not being native English. So maybe he's using a word that he thinks, but it ain't. Do you get what I mean? Like that could be it, maybe.
Yeah. So I don't know. Big up Andre as well.
I really hope he's all right for the final though, man. That the cup final, Jota's got to be ready for that final.
Yeah. Hopefully it's nothing serious, and the swelling does go down. But if he's got a swollen ankle, our next game is what, Sunday? Is it Sunday?
Yeah.
Saturday.
Norwich. Is it Saturday, Norwich?
Yeah, 3 p.m. kickoff.
Yeah.
I thought it was for some reason. I thought it was playing on Sunday or something. I don't know why. I don't think he makes that game. He won't make that game. He won't play that game.
And I was going to say as well, Cal. I think we should probably hit up the super chat before we do the player ratings. It'll probably take so long to get through.
Nabi, when he plays, says, "Hope this doesn't happen." Whoa, I'm not. All due respect, I'm not going to read that out. We don't want that in the atmosphere.
Yeah, let's not put that. Let's not put that in the universe, bro. Come on, man.
I don't understand why you'd even say that. You know?
AM says Virgil van Dijk's performance of the season.
Top five. Top five. He's had a couple of brilliant performances. Top five. Yeah, top five.
It's up there. It's there.
Alex George says, thoughts on the away goal rule no longer being active.
I wish it was active now.
I like it.
It's hard to say how I feel right now about
nobody likes change, and we'll just have to get used to it, innit? But being 2-0 up right now would feel brilliant if we knew it was away goals, though. Can you imagine that? It'd feel like we've got 3 goals right now, innit?
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with it. I think it will make the competition more entertaining, personally.
I think a lot of teams have won competitions when they really only won games from away goals, so it'll be very interesting now.
Oh, you man. So let's cut in quickly. There's a video going around of I don't know if it's the first or second goal, but basically we
Matip.
score a goal. No, but here's a joke. We score a goal. Matip is like hitting everyone on the head like a little like palm thing. He does it to Hendo, bro. It's Hendo. But this is Matip. When Hendo does the death there, this is Matip. I wish I could play the video. In fact, let me see if it's a.
Let me continue reading out the supers while you have a check.
Actually, after I won't play it just in case. But
Bassett 1 says Kanate, aka Dylan White, was immense. VVD 2.0 back. Man said Dylan, you know. Let's go.
If you want to see the video, go onto my Twitter and you'll see I've retweeted it. If you're wondering what video I'm talking about, quickly.
I'll check that out as well.
Yeah.
Timmy says nice win, but let's not let the goals mask the performance.
That's
I don't think we will, to be honest.
Well, I think, like I said, first 60 minutes, 65 minutes wasn't good at all. Last 25 minutes was good. So yeah, I agree. We don't want to get bogged down into getting carried away, but we also don't want to get bogged down into negativity about how bad it was for an hour, because we've come out of it with a 2-0 win. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, keeping it balanced. Kamal says that bench was fire. Didn't have me worried even in the rocky parts. Big up Kopish. We move. Brasu, you'll never walk alone. Big up Kamal.
We got Kamal for the confidence in the first hour and a bit. Yeah.
All right, for people that want to link to that, sorry, it's cutting guys again. For people that want to link to the Matip's video, I've just put the link in there now.
Couple people have said that Matip did hit Hendo harder than he hit.
Bro, when you look at it again, Henderson is kind of looking at me like, bro, why are you hitting me so damn hard? But Matip's just there smiling in his boat race, you know.
All right, so let me ask you a little question, because you already told me man they're allowed to cook you. Would you hit Matip back?
I need to see the video.
You see the video.
You're thinking of the Milner, bruv. The Milner slap was different, bruv, man. That's a straight on slap, Jif. That's not like a celebration head. That's a straight on.
Yeah. No, I know. Milner's slap actually rocks in Mikasi's face. I know.
It wasn't hard enough to the point.
So Nate Diaz, bro.
It's hard enough to the point where it makes you take notice. So someone. Right,
yeah. He got you.
If someone claps your head like this, it's a minor, right? But if someone does like that, you're gonna look at your bench and be like,
that's too hard. That's too hard for banter. I'm not gonna lie. That's too hard for banter.
It's like that. It's a bit like, what are you doing? That's not you don't do that. Henderson is like, fuck.
Henderson's definitely gonna have a word in the dressing room. 100%.
I'm looking forward to watching it.
Matip is the best because he's just smiling like.
But you know what? Matip is definitely the best character in the dressing room. I don't care, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Fact.
Yeah, that guy's hilarious, man.
A-Spec says, I know Hendo hasn't played well in recent weeks, but when he's on the pitch, the team has a different personality. Today, that was the case.
Definitely.
Guys, I've got some bad news. I don't know. Someone just sent me something on Twitter. There's a picture of Oxlade-Chamberlain who's pulled up in the warm down. People are suspecting People are suspecting it's hamstring, bro.
Oh, fuck's sake, man.
In the warm down.
We just get the squad back, and then one by one, man, they must.
But again, let's just say speculation, because again, and I should have even said it because it is speculation, but people are saying the warm down, and I'll put the picture so we can all decipher what we think this is.
I can't lie. I'm gonna hope and pray that is a joke, because I'm sorry, the warm down is so light. How can you get injured in the warm down?
Now, what that means is you was always on the verge of pulling something. It's just that it just happened. Yeah. So even in the warm down,
that's true. That's true.
Here it's here. Apparently, that's him there.
In the warm down, you know, it's the mist. I told you, like, there's something in that fog, man. That fog that was over the pitch, bro.
Yeah. Let's just hope that it's nothing. And
John II says Matip has to be the funniest footballer. I don't care. Yeah, he's top three.
Out of context, Matip is hilarious.
AA On says Naby and Hendo changed the game. The way Naby dominated that inner midfield was good to see. Diaz has to start from now on.
I mean, AA said he was a Naby fan.
Is the fight off? I mean,
Right. Hey, what you
I was
saying?
looking to make some pay-per-view of this on the Dana White.
I'm quite surprised. But all jokes aside, I think AA, there's no way. Big up as well. There's no way he could have obviously came in and said Naby Keita didn't affect the game, because that's just way we're just being silly for the sake of it. We've all seen the game. I think 99% of people would have said Naby Keita definitely influenced the game. The 1% will just be the people that just don't like him. But the majority of us football fans, not Liverpool fans, just football fans, will just say, yeah, this brother come on and changed the game for Liverpool. Like, it really helped them. So it is what it is, man. Big up yourself, AA, man.
A-Spec says, Matt, you was right. BVD back to his best in Jan-Feb. Did indeed.
We might be seeing the best version for real, bro.
Naby, when he played for Liverpool, says, when was Curtis...
Where was Curtis?
Where was Curtis?
The 12-man bench. He wasn't. He's just out of the squad.
Yeah. You got to remember, guys, if we have a fully fit team, there's going to be one or two people that have to miss out. And it's just the unfortunate way of how it goes. You know what I mean?
Asen says, Matip can't control gravity, adding some extra oomph. Sounds like it.
He's saying, man, trying to bring him back down to earth.
Rude Boy LFC says, Cal Matt drift. Liverpool played a high line, so why do pundits get so frustrated when they give offside chances when that's part of the intention of the high line to catch them offside? Some pundits just like to have a moan about something.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah.
Like, it shows in the game, it shows in the stats, like the high line is working brilliant.
It's terrifying though, guys. We have to be honest. I get shook a lot during games. I do.
No, but it's only terrifying just because they let the game play on. Like with the Dzeko one, for example, where he scored that offside goal, bro, you could see from a mile away that was offside. That didn't even need a replay. So
no, but remember, Burnley got in a few times that weren't offside and they just didn't finish their food. You know what I mean? It is terrifying.
No, but that happens now and again. That happens now and again. But on the whole, when we're like 40 more offsides than the nearest team to us, pretty much, the proof's in the pudding, innit?
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just saying it's scary to watch, though. It is scary to watch.
I enjoy it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy it.
It scares me, bro. It scares me.
Sorry, guys. I've actually got pictures of the incident that happened with Hendo and Matip. You know, all jokes aside, look at Henderson's face.
He's fully woke him out of the celebration, isn't it?
Are you ready for Matip's face?
Go on.
It's like I don't care, fam.
Man's leaning forward like, yeah, it was me. It was me.
I'm done. I'm actually done.
Willie hat and all, you know. Yeah, you gotta love it.
Vibes to G,
Big up John Matt. He's a legend. I don't care anything. Legend, bro.
I tell you what, though, he won't do it again.
Well, if there's anyone who really would be him, though, let's be honest. He's the only one who would do it again.
Do you guys know if we can get in trouble if I play a video on Twitter?
I wouldn't risk it.
Actually, no, after everything,
I actually don't think you can, but let's just find out but I actually don't think you can. I
don't want to risk it after everything. I don't want to risk it.
Recently, it's been a bit mad still.
Yeah. It's all been techie. I just remembered it's all been mad.
Karthik says, glad with the win. It's a good strategy to play the high line with slow attackers, but against quicker teams, need to be slightly more conservative. Agreed.
Yeah.
Pep the Fraud says, Mo Salah is 4 goals away from becoming the highest Champions League goal scorer in history for an English team, best in the world. But all he does is score goals, isn't it? It's not good. All he does is score goals.
He's a one-season wonder, innit? It's a one-season wonder, innit? Yeah, I mean,
season wonder, as you said. Right, let's get these play ratings done, then, boys.
We got everyone who's in the chat. We've got over 1,100 of you in here. Smash that like button for us, people. Smash the like button for that 2-0 win. You know what I mean? How many likes we on now, boys?
We are on 1,000. Not 1,000, you know. I keep looking at the...
I was going to say, yeah.
If it was on 1,000, this is what my face would be looking like.
What are we on now? What are we on?
Hold on.
We are on 485 people. Let's get up to 700.
Hold on.
Please, guys.
700, guys. Come on, there's over 1,000 of you.
Come on, guys, man. If we get 1,000, if we get up to 1,000 likes before we go, we'll drop the anthem. There's a little incentive for you people. If you want that anthem before we leave, you know what I mean? Get those likes up, man.
You gotta do us a solid, man. You gotta do
In
us
it,
a solid.
man. Come on, man. Show the love, people. We're always here. We're always here, man.
All right, then, boys. Starting with the goalkeeper. Sorry, can one of you, if you guys are keeping on the super chats for me while I'm just doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Alisson Becker, guys.
He didn't actually have many shots to save, did he?
Becca.
I'm trying to remember if there was an actual shot.
He was very commanding, though.
He was. He took control of the situation nearly every time.
I think Ibu and Van Dijk were so brilliant, though. They blocked. Some of Thiago's tackles are brilliant as well, but we'll get onto that.
Yeah. I think Ali played well. The only time we got a little nervy when he played a little bit, but it wasn't like he made a bad error. It's that he just made us get a little bit nervous. So that
was just him being Ali. You know when Ali's just so relaxed, it's like I don't know, man. I don't know why he does that. I'll probably go 8 just for the fact that he was very commanding, as Cal said. Maybe 7.5 because he didn't actually have any saves to make. I think to go over 7.5, maybe you have to have actually made some saves.
For me, it'd have been an 8.
I think I called it an 8 when you said 8. To be fair, I called it. 8.
I'm not against it. I'm just thinking 8's quite a high score when you didn't even have to make a save, though. Do you get what I mean?
But then here's the thing as well. Even though he didn't make no game saving saves, everything that he was asked of, he done it with ease. He did only the one time we were like, oh, Ali, but it's not like he made a mistake. He just made us nervous because he was calm. Remember, that's what you want from your goalkeeper. Just that sometimes we feel like he can be a little bit too calm. I'm gonna say 8 though. You know, I
don't have a problem with 8, but I'll probably have gone 7.5 just based on the fact that he didn't have to make any saves.
Trent
was getting a little bit like.
It's getting overrun in the second half a little bit.
Yeah.
But then again, boys, even though he was getting overrun, I wouldn't say he was like playing crap. It's just you just constantly having to keep defending and running back. It's gonna look like you're playing badly, but you're not really playing badly, if that makes sense.
He wasn't playing badly. I just think they looked at him and thought, we know when Liverpool attack or when they gamble. Here's the thing: when Liverpool gamble on pressing, Trent is always higher than Robbo. Like literally 9 times out of 10, Trent's always higher than Robbo. They're gonna look at that and think in their when they do their analysis, whatever, and think, there's always gonna be space in behind Trent because when they try and gamble, Trent is very high up the pitch. I don't think they targeted him like, give the ball to Perisic and just try and run him. It was more of a case of there might be an area there. Not only that, if the space is there, go for it. I think for me, Trent gets a 7.
Couple of the people in the chat, big up, have made some good points as well, which has just brought it back to my attention. He did make some brilliant interceptions during that second half as well.
He did. Remember that one? Remember that important challenge that he made, where for me, he gets a 7.
Yeah, I think a 7 is okay for Trent. I think a 7 is okay.
I'm more than happy with 7. La Beast, Ibu.
Oi, Ibu.
Yeah, bro. Hey, you lot argue amongst yourselves whether it's 9.5 or 10, innit? It's like it's up to you lot.
I'm not gonna lie. This guy loves Milan. He pocketed Zlatan. Now he's pocketing the city. I'm gonna be honest, fam.
Yeah.
Ibu.
He must. Well, he is into fashion, right, Matt?
Well, yeah. He likes his fashion.
Milan, Paris, London, they're the 3 capitals of the fashion world, right?
He likes his thing. He loves it.
You know what I mean?
For me, I'm gonna be honest, bro. He gets a 9.5.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Absolutely sensational. Sensational for me. I guess a 9.5.
Oh, well, you guys were waiting for me to chime in.
Oh, yeah, of course.
What am I meant to argue with 9.5?
No, I didn't even need to argue. I just thought you might even. I didn't know what he was gonna say in it. I just thought you might say.
Guys, I'm here for it. I'm here for it, bro.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
Man. He was sensational.
Yeah, he was brilliant. And you know what I love? Do you know what I love about him, guys? I love that he's slowly letting the irrationalness be coached out of him as well. Because when we first bought him, he used to do things that was very irrational, and slowly but surely they're coaching it out of him, and I love it. He doesn't go to ground as much anymore. He doesn't rush in and like jump out of position to chase the ball. Like he's slowly learning, and I love it. I love it, man.
Agreed. Only 22 years of age, fam.
Yeah,
when
that's mad, isn't it?
There was an interview just quickly with him and Trent.
We've got depth. We've got depth.
We do. Trent even said, like, this guy has everything. Trent was like, there's nothing this guy can't do. Like, like, if he continues on his trajectory, it's a madness. Bruv, he's 22.
Yeah, it's peak.
Bruv, he's 22 playing in big game against Inter Milan.
Do you know what? I'm going to go on record. I'm actually going to go on record. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in my opinion, he's the strongest footballer in world football. Nobody can match him for strength.
I can Fenwa.
Yeah,
all right. In top level football, then, with no disrespect to Akin Fenwa.
I'll be honest. Football. I think it's a toss up between if they went in for. Here's the thing: it's how you use your strength. Because Virgil van Dijk is kind of like he's very laid back and he only use it when he needs to. Whereas Ibu will kind of put it like he'll use it all the time. I still don't know.
Ibu's stronger than Virgin.
No, bro. I'm a bit. You're sleeping.
Nah, Ibu's stronger than Virgin.
Bro,
man.
it's one of those things where when you're. Let me give you an example. When your older brother and little brother might even go gym, and he might not necessarily be like massive, but like you probably might look at your little brother and go, I don't know, like let's say your little brother like weighs like a stone more and he's training. I guarantee you, if you both went in for a shoulder to shoulder, you're beating your younger brother because there's something about that mentality and that dog in you. I'm telling you from now, Virgil van Dijk is probably ever so slightly a little bit stronger than Ibu.
I disagree. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to say what you're saying is wrong, but I disagree. I think
it's a toss-up, though.
Ibu's strength, yeah. Because remember, I'm not just talking about like when he's barging people or when he's going into tackles. Like I actually watch people try to push him, and then like if you try to push a brick wall, and you just stand there and you look and you think, wow, you didn't even move. Like bruv, maybe his center of gravity. I don't know what it is, bruv. But that kid is a freak when it comes to the strength. It's mad.
It's
mad, bruv. And remember, you lot always say Cal's a very big advocate for man strength. And when there's an 8-year gap in age between Virgil and Ibu and he's already testing him, that's mad as well, bro.
No, that is crazy. That's
the problem. That's the problem. Because I'll be honest, I'm 10 years older than Ibu. I'd shudder to think what would happen to my core and my ligaments and my bones and my whole well-being as structure if I went into a 50-50 with him.
I'm not gonna lie. His weight
I'd never be the same.
He's just weights all of. You remember when there was that opportunity when the ball was played long for one of their strikers and Ibu, like when you like hold off the attacker. But there was quite a big gap.
He did it from the edge of the box to the byline, man.
The thing is, the attacker was trying to foul him to get the ball, and Ibu held him off. Remember, man's trying to foul you, Yeah. That's even worse. Ibu just held him off, fam. He's crazy, bro.
It's peak, man. His strength is just... It's mad.
Crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
When you've got that much pace and you've got that much strength, as long as you can tune your mental, you're unstoppable. Like, it's mad.
He just needs to keep playing with VVD, learn a few things from him. I'm telling you, man, we've got a hell of a prospect on our hands like we didn't already.
100%.
Trust. Speaking of VVD, what are we saying for him tonight?
Oh, my days, the master. Bruv.
I've got no issue with him having the same score, to be honest.
I think he gets a 9.5. Did you see what he done to Dzeko? Now, I know Dzeko's not quick. We know this. But it's the way how VVD was running. Then all of a sudden, it was like, okay, do you know what? I'm running out a bit of time here. Let me just put on them burners just to make sure. And he literally just went from first gear to fifth.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. VVD, bruv.
He's back to
Ibu,
not even messing up the ponytail, Matt. He's back to that Virgil that don't even mess up the ponytail.
He played in cruise control, but still aggressive at the same time. He done that thing where he made you feel like you've got a chance. Then when he was just like, nah, let me just get that. Let me get that real quick. Bruv.
Let me ask you a little quick question
9.5.
before we move on. Let's not spend too much time on it. But do you think the rest of the league, without ever admitting it, looks at our centre backs with absolute envy?
Apart from City, yes.
Yes. No, I think City do.
I think even City do, Matt. I'm Cal, I don't think that, maybe envy with City's too far because they do have brilliant centre backs, but I still think Pep, if you asked him, would swap his for ours.
Yes, I think he would. I think he would.
Matip, Ibu, and Virgil especially. We'll leave Gomez out just for the fact that we need to obviously let him play himself back into form. But this season, Matip, Ibu, and Virgil they're just playing so well. I think between them, they've had 5 bad games between them.
Listen, the easiest way to say it before we move on, or easy way to look at it is swap. I'll say Laporte at the time. So Laporte, because he came in around the same time as Virgil. Swap Laporte with Virgil van Dijk and put Virgil van Dijk next to Ruben Diaz and play a halfway line football and see what happens against the opponent.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna. And don't get me wrong, I'm not even shading Laporte because I think Laporte is a sick defender, but he's just not Virgil. I'm telling you from now, it will turn him from halfway line football to 18-yard box football. Like, it'll just be stupid. The man are doing shuttle runs for a joke. But anyway, we move.
So what is it? 9.5 for Virgil?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
9.5.
Robbo.
He made some brilliant last-minute tackles in the game. Still,
I thought Robbo was excellent tonight.
Yeah,
Robbo
he made some brilliant last-minute tackles.
Did he glitch a few times, or am I being a bit?
No,
hard?
bro, he tried to backheel it to Diaz, bro. He didn't glitch. I'm telling you, he tried to backheel it to Diaz when he should have just crossed it. I don't know why he did that. If he'd have whipped that in, it would have been a great cross as well.
Robbo 7.5, 8.
Nah, he's better than Trent today. He was definitely better than Trent.
Funny you say that. I'm trying to remember what we gave Trent because he's better than Trent.
Yeah, we gave Trent the 7.5. So I'll say Robbo's an 8.
If that's the case, you gotta get 8. Even though I will say this though, some of Trent's passing was very, very good, and his outlet. And remember, when Trent was being put under pressure, this is one thing that is good about him, but also he can take for granted, but abuse it a bit. When Trent's getting pressured, he's got the ability to smash the ball 40 to 50 yards to Robbo, and we start an attack.
Yeah, 100%. But Robbo just calmly goes about his work most of the time, and that's why when you come out, you're like, Robbo, what did Robbo do? But then you like, sometimes the best thing about a performance is that people don't remember you because it means that you just did everything well. Yeah. You weren't brilliant, but you just did everything well. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't remember Robbo making any mistakes. The only thing I'm thinking is he should have crossed instead of back heel, and that's not even really a criticism, really. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
I thought Robbo was good today, man. Robbo was good.
Robbo was.
Flacco.
First 20 minutes, Cal, he was brilliant, innit?
I thought he was good. I don't know why people were saying he was.
But then he kind of did fade out of the game a little bit as time went on.
Yeah.
He did fade out a little bit. Matt. If you think about how good the first 20 minutes was compared to the next half an hour, he definitely faded in terms, not energy levels, in terms of like his influence on the match. So I'd probably give him a 7 overall.
I'd maybe go 7.5. So I still think he was better than Trent.
He was better. I thought Robbo was a. Do you know what? No, he was.
I don't know if I say he was better than Trent. I don't know.
It's mad, isn't it? Because Trent, you could say he got targeted, but Robbo didn't. But then at the same time, from an attacking point of view, who do you think, in your opinion, was more efficient? Let me ask you both.
I think Trent created a few more moments in the game than Flacco, which is to be expected, I guess, because Flacco's a DM and obviously Trent is a creator. I think both of them are a 7. I'll say 7 for both.
Do you think Flacco was 7? Sorry, I said
Yeah,
Robert.
yeah, I'll give Flacco a 7. I think he was just good. I don't think he was very good or brilliant. I would just give him a good.
What's yours, Matt, for
Trent was
Flacco?
poor, you know. If Trent, see, here's the thing, because we kind of set precedent. Because Trent is a 7, I can't give Fabinho lower than a 7, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, what would you give him lower than a 7 though?
No. I'm just saying there's no way, because even if he wasn't amazing, because you got a lot of people saying Trent didn't deserve a 7, but I don't know, like people, I don't know. I think you're being a bit harsh on Trent,
So
man.
people are thinking that he was above average. I mean, I don't disagree with
People are saying
maybe a
Trent
6.5 for
in
Trent
that,
above
but-
average, but I think Trent did a lot of good work in the second half in terms of like interceptions and like the first maybe 15 minutes it was going down his side and he coped with it well enough that it never exposed us, other than the one cross that if it was Dzeko rather than Martinez, and then I think he started to make some really good interceptions.
I reckon
Trent being a
7.5.
6.5 doesn't bother me.
Fab, do you know what it is? Fab was better, in my opinion. Fab was better than Trent. He was. For the time that he was on, he was better than Trent. When I think about what Fab was doing in the middle of the park.
Yeah, maybe. So what? Maybe Trent is a 6.5, Fab's a 7 then? Because I don't think Fab is higher than a 7 though.
Yeah, we can do that then.
Yeah, that's fine. We can bump Trent.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with that.
I'll put Fab as a 7.
Harvey.
Ooh.
I'm
gonna be honest, 6.
Yeah, I'll give Harvey a 6. I think
he didn't get involved in the game. I don't think it had anything to do with like the atmosphere and whatever. I just think he just didn't really get into the game, and it's not like he
made a couple of good passes though. Did a good cross that nearly got to Salah.
It's not like he made bad decisions. He just didn't really get into it and kind of like stamp his authority in the game.
I think a 6 for Elliott is fair.
It's probably
I'll be honest. I think Elliott's performance was a 5.
Adrenaline,
do you?
Adrenaline. I think that even got him onto the pitch. Remember, Matt just come back from a horrific injury. Like,
no, I know that, but if we're just judging him based on today's game, I think a 5 is what his performance was.
I won't argue a 5.5. I won't argue a 5.5. I think 5 might be a little bit low, but I won't argue a 5.5.
He was the worst player, and that's not even me saying he was he was just dead. I just think he was the worst player when I think of it and sum it up. He was like, I think he's a 6. I think it was a 6.
He'll be better for it. San Siro ain't no joke. It's one of the best and most historic stadiums in world football. 6.5, yeah. I think 6.5 is okay.
It's the same as Trent, guys.
I mean, sorry.
No, he gets a 6, fam.
Yeah, sorry.
He's not the same as Trent. He wasn't the same as Trent.
Sorry. I meant 5.5 because Matt was saying 6, Cal was saying 5. So I'm saying let me just put it down the middle and go 5.5 then.
That's fine. That's fine.
Thiago.
I think Thiago was being a bit sloppy with the ball, but who wasn't? So that's not something that was different to anyone else. But in that second half, he made some brilliant interceptions when they were getting in behind Trent and he was coming back and covering. He made some brilliant tackles, clearances, and interceptions in that second half.
I think he is very good.
Yeah, I'd probably say between a 7.5 and an 8 for Thiago for me today.
Would you give him that high? I would say he was just as sloppy as everyone else in the first half, but obviously got better in the second half. I think when his midfield partner in crime came on, he looked a lot like it's almost like their man were like, all right, can we do this thing? I'll give Thiago a 7. I'd give him a 7. I think it's a little bit below par, but when I say below par, it's because we know this guy has the ability in his shoes to play like an 8 or a 9 every game. But I just think today was like a 7 in my opinion, playing a little bit less stage call time, but then started to break the lines when Naby Keita started making more progressive runs and it allowed him to kind of spread out a bit. Them as a trio, because I've got to give Henderson praise as well. But I'll give him a 7 personally.
I'll go 7.5 for Thiago.
Could have been a 7 for me. Salah. I think this is where it's going to start getting a bit political.
Scored a goal. Scored a goal.
I'll let you not go first on this one.
But did he? Maybe be honest. Salah was on the periphery for a lot of it, and let's be real, didn't get involved in the game. Was struggling to make impact. Then there were a couple of times touch was a little bit poor. But remember when in fact, I said this as well because I was talking about. For me, the sign of a great player, and I've always said this, and it goes into teams, is that when you don't play well and you can still get a goal, that says to me you're about that life. That's not going to happen all the time because the majority of the time when you have a bad game, you don't really offer much, whether it's an assist or a key pass or a goal. Salah did not play well, in my opinion, but he still got a goal. For me, that's a sign of someone that's like, imagine that. He has a bad game. I can still affect a game. Got us a very important goal. For me, Salah don't get higher than, like, if I'm being really honest, you don't get higher than like a 7.5. I'm being honest. He ain't getting no 8 from me. That's just me being real. I think he didn't have a great game. I think it was very standard, but he got a goal, a very important goal. So I'm gonna say 7.
I know I'm gonna rattle everyone's cage because everyone has this bullshit agenda against anything I say about Salah because they hate Mane. But I think if Mo doesn't score the goal, he's arguably the worst player on the pitch with Firmino today. So I'm really pleased for him that he got the goal. And obviously that means that it boosts him up because obviously it was a goal and it was well taken and that's got to be taken into consideration. But Salah was poor today. And there's reasons for it. This isn't digging him out. This isn't having a go at him. It's completely understandable. He's played way too much football this month. He's exhausted. He should have never came back in the team this quick. And we've got to start really managing Salah's minutes so we don't rinse this boy out. But for me, until the goal, he was definitely the worst player on the pitch today. So I would only go a 6 at the highest, even with the goal, if I'm being honest.
I was going to say everything you said, Drift. The goal bumps him up to a 6 for me.
Yeah, he was definitely a 5 without the goal. Yeah,
like everything you said kind of is what I'd have said. He didn't play well today at all.
Yeah, he didn't.
He didn't, but again, this is the thing. It's hard to critique someone who doesn't play well, but still affects the game. Because remember, a game is also about moments. Salah did not have a great game, but he had a great moment. That moment could mean a lot to us. That moment was still big for us because it's getting a goal. I don't know if you might probably disagree with me, but for me, a sign of a great player, I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm not changing my mind at all. You don't play well and you still score.
No, but you just said it though, Matt. You don't play well.
Yeah, you don't play well.
We're
but it's a sign. But hear what he said. But it's still a sign of a great player. It's a sign of greatness.
I think
it's a sign of greatness, in my opinion.
I think the only player. No, do you know what? If he'd have done a Man City level of goal, then I would kind of be a little bit more on your page. But the type of goal it was also has to be taken into consideration. So I'm glad he scored, but it was a goal where if he'd missed, we would have been a bit like, Salah's got to do a bit better there.
All right, let me ask you this.
Do you get what I mean?
I don't want to. All right, I'll move it on quickly because I don't want it to turn into like the Salah thing debate or whatever. But let me ask you like this. It's very easy to say he didn't play well, which is true. He didn't play well, but then he did score. And what's so mad is if you take Salah out, remember, it stays as 1-0. So even though like we will be sitting there still like, oh, we won 1-0, he makes it that more comfortable that we've gone into the second leg with a 2-goal advantage, and it's because of him. And it's so easy to say that like, someone else might have scored, but no, but he did. Then there's been many times when he hasn't even played that great, but he still scored. I don't know, man. He looks tired. He does. But the fact of the matter is, Jiff, like you said, he's tired. He's drained. He shouldn't really be playing. Hasn't played very well, but still scored a goal. You kind of have to put importance in that as well. So I know maybe I'm kind of contradicting, but I have to give that goal importance for what he's done.
Yeah, we are giving it importance. It's boosting up his stat, bro. He was a 5 without the goal.
No, but that's why I'm giving him.
He didn't affect the game in any way other than the goal. I just have to keep it a buck. Like he wasn't even making good runs.
Hardest thing, but we say
he wasn't doing anything, bro.
But the hardest thing in football is to score goals. Because
but But then we're glory hunting now, then, ain't we?
It's not glory hunting. We're appreciating someone who is a great player, yeah, but still doesn't play that great, but can still affect a game in a big game. Remember, we're not talking about a bottom of the league table team, Driv. You know what I mean? This is Champions League.
So what would you give him?
So you see, right now, giving him a 7. I would have given him, if I'm being genuinely honest, I would have given him like a 6 or a 5.5. I think the goal for me makes it kind of bump up a bit, bro. I have to be honest with you.
I'm not going to argue with it. I just disagree with it.
Even if you want to say, Matt's being a bit too praising,
I think an out-and-out striker is the only player on the pitch.
Give him a 6.5 then. I would say 5.5.
In my opinion, an out-and-out striker like a Lewandowski or someone like that is the only player where you kind of get a blight where if you've had a bad game but you scored, we'll appreciate it because that's literally your job. Because when you're a wide player, there's defending, there's passing, there's other elements. No, but bro, he's still a winger. So what I'm saying is there's still other elements in the game that if you're giving the ball away and you're not doing good passing and stuff, that could affect the game negatively. So in my opinion, an out-and-out striker like Lewandowski is the only type of player where I will let him have a poor game and then just go, oh no, but the goal is all he's meant to be doing. But that's just my opinion.
I think 6.5, 7 a bit high. I'm gonna say 6.5 over goal. I don't think you can use that Lewandowski thing because really and truly, Salah is our goal scorer. Like, there's a reason why he's been top goal scorer every single season he's been at Liverpool. He's our goal scorer.
Just I get that, but Jota was
wide. No, but let me land. I'll let you land. Let me land. When Salah plays out wide, it's just his starting position. He's not like that. He just starts there. We remember there were times in the game where Salah playing down the middle. He starts there, Drift. He drifts in. He is a striker, but he starts out wide. His natural instincts are to score goals. He's not your traditional wide man, in my opinion. That's how I see it. He's not a traditional wide man. He's a striker, so to speak, with those instincts, but he plays out wide.
Look, I'm not gonna argue.
I'm leaving it 6.5, and I leave it there. 6.5.
But I think that's generous. But yeah, fair enough.
We'll go 6.5. I do. There's a lot I want to say right now, but I just won't.
No, you need to say it because I think
no, it's not even about you. I
think a lot of people are split on how you kind of.
No, I just think
I don't think Drift is wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. I just think we both have valid opinions.
Against even YouTube, I think my frustration. I don't want to turn into a negative, but it's like if we rate a player, we're rating them based on today's game. We're not rating their career. We're not talking about them as a Liverpool player. And
fully agree.
I'm not even going to call out any names. I don't want it to be a back and forth or anything. But I'm seeing some of the comments, and I'm like, we are just judging Salah based on tonight's performance.
Agreed.
Like, I don't understand why that's so hard for some people to fathom. I don't get it.
And I think the thing that's getting very, very toxic amongst the fan base, and even to a degree our community, which is why I want to kind of stop it.
Salah here.
Is like, if anybody says anything about Salah, straight away it's like, so what are you going to give Mane? It's like, guys, can we detach these two now? Like, Jesus, please. Can we detach these two from
when
each
you say something about Salah, the automatic defense for some people, not all of you, for some of you is, well, if you're giving that to Salah, then what did that say about Mane? It's like, why can't you just, like, as you say, like, they're not the same player. Why?
It's got nothing to do with each other. Like, fuck you know.
All right. I'm not even going to call out the name, but someone just said it's because Drifty's biased. I gave the exact same rating as Drifty.
Oh, so yeah, but everybody just has this problem because they think because Mane is my favourite player, that means I have some agenda against Salah. It's the dumbest shit ever. That's why I don't entertain it anymore. You know what I mean? But I do notice that a lot of people really have an issue with Salah being marked low. And as Cal said, it has got nothing to do with the career. This is a Liverpool legend we're talking about. We're just talking about tonight. And if you watch tonight and you thought that Salah was more than a 5 without the goal, you are watching the game through glass-tinted windows. Like, I don't care what anybody said. Salah without the goal today, literally his name, I don't even think the commentator said his name. Like, so what we're trying to just say is the goal bumps him up, but you can't just literally do one thing for an entire game and then get a 7.5 or an 8 or some really high.
rate.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's ridiculous, people. Like, what are we doing? That is what you call, and the irony of it is that your bias towards Salah in a positive way makes you actually be negative towards Mane. So you're doing what you're accusing me of doing, which is the biggest pile of hypocrisy I've ever heard in my life. Do you get what I mean? It's like you're ready to shoot up Mane because you think that I said something about Salah. You're doing what you said I did. You don't. That don't make no sense, people. Like it's complete. It just contradicts the whole thing. So let's stop that, guys. Let's stop that. What we can do here in our community, is we can try our hardest to just be level. And please stop the Salah versus Mane thing now. It winds me up, like it really does. Like it really winds me up now, man. Like allow it, man. Come on, guys. Like that's what we have to stop. And you ain't even heard what my Mane rating is. Fucking hell. If I came in and went, Mane was a 9, then it'll be like, oh, hold on a minute, Drift. What the fuck? Like, come on, man. Like, without that goal, Salah didn't do anything, guys. You know what I mean? So
6.5, I think, is fair for me.
Yeah, I'm all right with a 6.5.
What are we saying for Jota, guys?
See...
Maybe a 6, maybe.
See, I'd have gone a 7 for Jota. I actually think he was...
Definitely.
Sorry, I'd go 6.5 for Jota, sorry.
Yeah, 7's, I think, a little too high because he
6.5.
kind of waned. And
it was in the first half, he was very tenacious. I loved his tackling. He was getting in people's face and all that.
I would say 6 or 6.5 for me, Jota.
I'm trying to remember any moments. Remind me of some moments, people, from Jota. Like, is there any moments we're forgetting? Like
just
in the
getting
game?
involved. Remember when
He
he
was
rode
very-
the Vidal
yeah,
challenge and he was
just
going
he was
through?
dangerous,
It was more the
throughout,
final
link
ball
up
for
play.
Jota a lot.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'll probably give him a 6 though. I don't think I'd give Jota more than a 6 today though. What do you boys think?
I'd have gone 6.5 for Jota personally, based on the 45 minutes he played.
You're the tiebreaker on that, then, Matt.
Wait, sorry, what did you give him, Drift?
I've given him a 6 and Cal's given him a 6.5, so you're the tiebreaker.
Elliot was a 5.5. No one's a 6. Was Jota the same as Salah and Trent? That's how I'm looking at it. I would give Jota because he wasn't on the pitch as long as well. I'll give Jota a 6. I'll give him a 6.
Yeah, so he gets a 6 then.
I give Jota a 6.
Mane.
Yeah, I'm dancing between a 6 and a 6.5 for Mane. I think he was the better of the 3. But
he was playing better than Salah when they were both on the pitch.
Yeah, to be fair, I think he was playing better than Jota, but just not like a lot.
All 3 of them as a collective. Yeah, I'll say he was.
Yeah, he was the better out of 3, but he still wasn't having a brilliant game.
I think Mane
missed the header.
Mane was good,
yeah,
the header he should have scored.
I still think you're being a little bit harsh when you said it was an open chance because like when a corner gets whipped in,
it was a free header.
Free header, so free. Yeah, I'll go 6 to a 6.5 for Mane. I think he was the better of the 3, but obviously he still wasn't great. So yeah, I'll go 6 or 6.5. I'll let you lot decide between which one you think.
Mane for me has to get a 6.5 at least.
6.5 for me as well.
Yeah, he's got to, in my opinion.
Cool. I'm all right with that. I just want to see him and Salah given a little bit of a holiday, man. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's like they need a break.
Yeah, man. There's too much minutes in these boys' legs, man.
I don't want to see any of them two playing against.
Mr. Jurgen thinks that, they recover quick, which they do, but still, fam, they're human beings.
Yeah. All right, then let's move on to the subs. Bobby.
I'll probably say, based on, I was going to say Matt's logic to be shady, but nah, let me keep the banter away. All right, I'll go with 6 for Bobby. And that's because I feel like he was arguably the worst player on the pitch until he scored. And once he scored, he got a little bit of confidence, but yeah, he was... I'm gonna be honest. He was kind of terrible until he scored the goal, weren't he?
He, for me, gets a 6 because he scored a great header. If he didn't score that header, and again, If he don't score it, but he did, he gets a 6. But if he don't score it, I'm not gonna lie, fam. He's moving around the 5.5 area because he wasn't doing nothing. When I say nothing, it's like him.
All right, let me just ask you this.
I'll be honest. If Bobby doesn't score that goal, Bobby's in the 2 to 4 range.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Ooh.
But what I will do though, to just ask Matt quickly, just so we do keep some consistency with what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
He played quite well after scoring the goal. He was only on the pitch for half an hour, 35 minutes. So compared to some of the other players, you had less time to be poor. Whereas like an Elliot or a Salah, for example, played a lot more time and was poor. So maybe he shouldn't be judged as harshly when he played less time. And the degree of difficulty for his goal was way harder. And it was the opening goal. It was the icebreaker. So does that have to be taken into consideration for, like, does he not deserve maybe be on the same rating as Mane and Salah based on the fact that he did score the icebreaking goal and the goal was a very good goal?
No, because if you deep it, his performance, let's just say nobody scored out of Salah, Mane, and Jota and Firmino. He was the worst out of all of them. He was the worst. The goal was what brings him.
But he only had a third of the time.
But the
if you
goal,
get what I mean.
Yeah, but the goal brings him up into consideration. That's why we are even bumped. Because what did you give him? Sorry, what did you give?
I said because of the fact that it was the opening goal, which is probably the most important, and the degree of difficulty, and then the fact that he played all right afterwards. Like I think maybe for about the 10-15 minutes or whatever afterwards, he kind of did pick his performance up a bit. I would give him a 6.5 as well. So people are just away. I forgot he did come on at halftime. Yeah, so my bad. He did come on at halftime.
He come on at halftime,
but he still played half the amount of time that Salah did, and about 15 minutes less than Harvey did.
Listen, Firmino.
So I'd give him a 6.5. I'd give him a 6.5.
I'd give him, me personally, his 45 minutes was really bad other than the goal. Literally, like, really, really bad. Like, really bad, fam. So, for me, Southwest, I think he gets a 6. I think 6.5, maybe, if we're pushing it. But I think Salah playing the whole 90 minutes, I think Salah was done a little bit more than Bobby. Not a lot, a little bit more. Even though Salah.
And you know what? And again, I disagree because I think Bobby played well after his goal. So I actually disagree that Salah played better.
Yeah, but Salah also started to step up a bit after his goal as well, though. So, but what you got to remember,
but that was like 5 minutes from the end of the game.
No, but Bobby had a 45-minute cameo and was really bad, other than literally one thing.
No, I get it. I do get it. If you rate him down, I'm not going to argue against it. But like I said, the degree of difficulty for his goal is why I bump him up, though, because his goal was a very difficult chance that he converted. It wasn't some easy tapping where you go, oh yeah, but come on, man, we can't really big up the goal. Like, he was like 2 yards out and he did like that little Bobby tapping or something. Like, that was a very, very difficult header and he executed it brilliantly. So I'm just saying, for me, that bumps him up. And it was the opening goal, which totally changed the trajectory of the game. We actually really woke up and gained confidence from his goal. So I'm just saying, for that reason, I think he does deserve a 6.5. But if you not give him less than that, then I'm all right with it. I'm not going to argue with it.
I would have given him lower than both of you, so I'll meet in the middle at a 6.
All right.
No, I said 6. I said 6.5 would be bumping him a bit too much, remember?
It's a brilliant goal. It's a brilliant goal.
It's a great... Brother, mate, that was a world-class header, bro.
Yeah, it was.
World-class.
Other substitutions, Jordan Henderson.
He was brilliant. Brilliant. I'll say between a 7.5 and an 8 for the 25 minutes or half an hour he was on. He was brilliant. Some of his passing was actually way, way better than he's been doing in the last couple of weeks, which is what made me more content than anything. But
probably a 7.5 for me.
For Jordan?
Yeah.
You could tell he raised everybody's work rate and energy levels as well. You could tell he was like getting onto people, like, come on, guys, like let's get a bit more intensity. And you know what? To be fair, it's probably why Klopp brought him on as well. It probably wasn't just about wanting to get his attributes on the pitch. It probably was Klopp looking at the game like we were for the first hour and thinking, we're being way too sloppy here. The mentality needs to change. And he's just thought, you know what, let me put my lieutenant on, who's always the best person in our team at translating what I want into the performance. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think a 7.5, definitely at the least. Hendo was good when he came on, man.
What are you saying, Matt?
I thought Edison was good. I felt he added that kind of impetus and whatnot when he was playing. I'm not gonna go overboard and say he was sensational or nothing like that. I just thought he was good when he came on. So for me, I personally would give him a 7. That kind of says to me what I'm trying to say. He was good when he came on today. He was good. I think 7 is fair for me, but I don't know what you guys are gonna.
Yeah, 7.5 from me and Drift.
Cool.
Naby.
I'll let you man go first.
He was brilliant.
Naby.
I'm not obviously gonna start doing the whole like, oh my god, he was fucking amazing and all that stuff. But he really, really brought intensity into the midfield when he came on. That was AFCON Naby. Like I said, he was throwing his weight around, and I love it. No one weren't barging him off the ball today. He wasn't having a bar of it, bro. The way he was throwing himself into them tackles, but not recklessly, not stupidly. They were good tackles. He was winning the ball. Apart from that one right at the end, but I think he was just leaving it on man because the other guy fouled him a little bit early. So he's like, is that what you want to play? Yeah. And I love that Naby. And I thought I saw Naby today in the shop still. I had to do a second take. I was like, what are you doing in here, big? Oh, no, it's not you. My bad. I thought he was brilliant. So I would give him an 8 to an 8.5. I thought he was really good.
So 8 for Naby for me. I thought he was very, very good when he came on. Very good.
For me, he came on, changed the game. It's what he does. People shouldn't be surprised at what he does, but people still are. In terms of what he can bring to this team and what he offers, I think he offers a different dynamic when he plays and when he's really, really on it. And tonight was one of those nights where he was really on it. I said as well, even from a defensive point of view, so I said to Drift, I was like, Drift, this brother, there's this thing that he can't defend. When he came on, I thought he was more defensively stable as well. I thought tactically he was on point. Energy-wise, he made a very important block when we got countered. His passing was crisp. I felt like Thiago went up a bit of a level as well when he saw him on. He was like, now we can kind of do our thing. For me, Naby gets an 8.5.
What I do want to say, though, because we're obviously going to move on to Diaz, I think the trio brilliantly impacted the game. I don't necessarily even want to separate their influence. I thought they all came on and did exactly what Klopp sent them on to do. And as a trio, they really, really changed the game for us. They really did.
Yeah, agreed. That leads us nicely onto Luis Diaz.
I'll give Diaz a 7.5. I thought he was really good when he came on.
Diaz was very dangerous when he came on.
He was taking on his man. He had that shot that was really well defended when he made that wonderful 1-2 with Trent. And their defenders looked shook when he came on, boy.
I think what surprised me the most about Diaz, it's not even the attacking. The attacking kind of knew what he already had. It's the defending. The way Diaz plays is almost like he's played with Robbo for the last couple of years. His understanding of with what Robbo does and what he's supposed to do is so underrated. And I think that's very telling from a new player that's has come straight in. So the goal for me, him not scoring, is like not even an issue because his performances so far have been of a high level. When he gets that goal for me, he goes to another level because he's playing with confidence. He's playing with a lot of confidence, and I think he's going to go from strength to strength. And the fact that Robbo now has 2 players he has a good understanding with, Mane and Diaz, is even better for Robbo as well. So I will give Diaz a 7.5. I thought it was very good. I thought Diaz was seriously good. He was so unlucky not to score because of that block. But he's very good.
I hope that's true, Alié. Apparently, Ox isn't injured. It was a parody account. I mean,
I do hope that's true.
I hope it's not true. I hope it's not.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm all up for a joke. I think everyone knows that, but like, I don't
Why people
see how a
joking
player
about
injury
players
is a
getting
joke.
injured and that?
I don't see how that's funny. I don't. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm just a bit old school. I don't see how that's funny.
Yeah, bro.
And do you know what? Just to reiterate the reason why I'm saying the trio, and I'm saying, like, obviously we've rated them separately, but the reason why I'm saying there's a trio is because Klopp's instructions for all three of them would have been a tactical switch all at the same time, simultaneously. It wasn't like he brought one on, then 5 minutes later he brought the other one on, and then 5 minutes later he brought the other one. And it was like, oh, okay, eventually all of his subs have worked. He watched what was happening and he did something that simultaneously changed the game. One of the main reasons why we were defending better, guys, is because we started to maintain possession and we had the ball more. Do you get what I mean? And the reason for that was because Naby, Hendo and Diaz started to make our ball retention better. Our passing went up a level. We stopped giving the ball away and they had to start defending because they realized that we might break the lines with Naby and Diaz was frightening the shit out of them. So that's why I'm saying it was a trio where, you know what I mean? That it was the trio that changed the game. And yeah, they individually played well. Naby was probably the best of the three if you want to break it down as we have. But I still think it was the trio and the way they all changed. Because we all looked and was like, this is mad. What's Klopp doing? Flacco's coming off. Oh, shit, rare. But he saw what he knew and it worked, man. And it did. And I even noticed it, even before we scored the goal. I think I said to the boys, I've noticed the change. We're keeping the ball better. We are playing better now. And then we got the goal and then the confidence came. And then the last 15, 20 minutes was good. So that's why I think it was just, we'll get on to Kaiser, but I just think it was just a brilliant tactical switch to bring them on. And shout out to everyone in the chat, man. 1.1 likes. They wanted the beat, boys. Well done, everyone. I love it.
I'm a double check.
Yeah. It's official. It's official.
Big up everyone. Big up everyone.
It is 1.1. I just thought, let me double check.
I really appreciate that, guys. Just shows you guys can do it every video as well. Still,
that's what I'm saying.
No, but all jokes aside, bless you guys. Millie, is much point in giving Millie a rating? Was he on that?
I'm not even gonna lie. The little 5 minutes he had, I was still giving him a 6.5 or a 7 for that 5. But he got straight involved, bro. He made a couple of tackles, couple of good passes. He got straight involved. But 5 minutes, we don't normally rate 5 minutes, do we? But yeah.
It's Millie though, isn't it? 800 games for Millie as well.
Yeah, 800. Yeah, let's give him a rating because it was his 800th game. And that in itself is such an achievement. 800 games at the top level. That's mad. That is mad.
And obviously the Kaiser, the King, the Klopp.
Bro.
All right. Up until he made the substitutions, I would have probably only had him at around the 6.5. We weren't losing, but we were giving the ball away and we're being sloppy and all the things we've spoken about. But that tactical switch, what he saw was just brilliant. He saw what we didn't. He knew what we didn't. And as Cal said, why are we trying to tell Klopp what to do, innit? So I'm going to boost
shut me up tonight.
I'm going to boost him to an 8 from a 6 because of the brilliant... okay. What are you saying, Matt? What would you give him?
The only bad thing I say about Klopp is that we were all debating whether he should have started Mane and Salah from the beginning. He could have rested them. So I'm going to take away a mark there. Other than that, I think he got the team spot on because I probably still would have started Harvey Elliott because I probably still would have just to see what he could do. Even though it didn't work out, I'm going to give Klopp an 8.5. 8.5. I'm going to give him an 8.5.
Well, that makes sense. Anyway, I gave him an 8. Cal gave him a 9. Bang down the middle then.
Give him an 8.5.
Man of the match then, boys.
I would go Ibu. I got a feeling I might get a little bit of pushback on that for VVD though.
It's either Ibu or VVD, you know. Do you know
so
what?
Why don't we just
Dual man of the match.
Yeah,
Is
man,
that
double
possible?
man of the match thing, innit? Fuck
Is that
it,
possible?
man.
Because they were both sensational.
Yeah, double man of the match, man. Come on, we know it. We know the rules already. Double man of the match, man. Give them both.
Yeah, man. Both of them. Sensational.
Go on then.
Both
Go
of them
on
sick,
then.
bro.
Go
Yeah,
on
nah,
then.
they were both ill. They're the reason we got out of there with a 0-0. You know what I mean?
Indeed. What was I gonna say? Super chats and get through these super chats.
Yeah. And then we'll take you out with the anthem because you hit them likes, baby.
Got that one as well.
No way did this happen.
AA says, Matt, the biggest Naby hater is a drifting cow. Open your eyes, bro. On Sunday, I said Naby played well and he was man of the match alongside Virgil, and they laughed. Whoa, don't try it. None of us laughed. We just said he wasn't the man of the match.
Yeah, because he wasn't. But AM's trying to deflect. He's trying to make a civil war, you know.
But did new man rate Naby on the weekend?
He wasn't man of the match.
No, I'm gonna say, did you rate him? What was his rating?
Yeah. He got a decent rating.
Oh, okay.
He got a decent rating, but he wasn't man of the match. Come on, he wasn't man of the match.
Gee, AA is a
is trying to make a civil war, you know.
Yeah, man, trying to turn us against each other, divide and conquer. Pep the Fraud says Salah is 4 goals. Oh, yeah, we did that one already.
Yeah, I think we did that one. Yeah.
Did that one as well. Naby says calling it D9 half volley in the cup final, 93 minutes, 25 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that.
Same.
He needs to get some game time in his legs before that final, though.
You read this one.
I definitely played D9 against Norwich.
Same here. Mario says, are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
It was. Matthew says, them passes from Allison at 8. Come on, brothers. I think it was only 2 passes. I think the rest of them were actually all right.
Every pass. That's what I said, Matthew.
I think what I'm saying. Sometimes the moments that happen stick out more than the overall. I think you've got, when we do player ratings, we try and encompass the whole performance, not just one or 2 things.
Not just
but some of Alisson's passing was brilliant today.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, some of it was brilliant today.
Ronaldinho Goat says Drifty. Salah got crucial goal and was marked by 3 men. Yeah. No.
I disagree with that. There were a lot of moments he had his defender 1-on-1 and he didn't beat him. But fair enough.
Base facing space says Diaz a top rated attacker. Yeah, for his cameo, it was today. He was excellent. Asen says got my extended family and friends and dog to like.
Big up.
AA says, here we go. Naby is stronger than Konate. Have you seen those YouTube compilations? Best believe, guys, Naby is a tank, but only in YouTube compilations, sadly. Yeah, the fight's back on. The fight's back on.
It's back on.
Your Naby's in me DMs. Kate is in me DMs.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't even gonna say nothing.
Samax Legend says Ibu is Megatron. Don't mess with him.
Right. Yeah, right.
Naby says so happy when we got Ibu instead of Deo. He's the engine. Upamecano's got to be one of the most overrated centre backs, man.
But do you not think that it might just be the wrong move? Sometimes I feel like players go to the wrong
place. He's just what it is. He's not what it is. Upamecano is good. He's just
big and strong, bro.
He's just not amazing. That's all it is. He's not amazing.
Ibu's definitely the better one. Yeah.
Ibu is clear.
Yeah. And I remember a couple people saying that at the time as well. So everyone was right.
When they were at Leipzig, people used to pay more attention. But probably because, though, if we're being honest, Konate was injured a lot at that time. So they probably saw more of him and probably thought, oh, look at the prospect. But some of us that, a few of us that managed to see a couple against Ibu, you're like, this guy kind of different, though. But it's hard to kind of compare them.
I like the fact that Ibu seems made for the Prem as well. Yes. I like that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. If Upamecano giving away, in my opinion, hella penalties.
Yeah. I think the 2 people I've got to shout out the most. I think it's Kev from the Day Trippers and Imran, who were like, "Yeah, don't get Upamecano, get Konate. It's not even close." Yeah. And then when I started watching them both, I was like, but it was when we played them as well. I was just like, this.
Yeah, he had a
brother's not
bad
the
game that day,
guy.
didn't he? Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He's not the guy. And then I saw him play against Dortmund a couple of times. I was like, Haaland's having his way with this brother, but not even in this like, probably just movement wise, he couldn't do anything. I was like, nah, this guy ain't the one.
Bro, I don't know. Did you man ever see the game between RB Leipzig and PSG?
Yeah, and the Man United game.
No,
bro.
but Kanate, no, but Ibu played. I'm trying to remember how many.
When he caught Mbappe.
Bro, that's when I was like, nah.
That's when I was like, yeah. You're certified.
Yeah.
Brian says, yo, Drift, don't let people talk down. Our captain loved Diaz energy.
Come on, Brian. You know I'm always here for the Hendo backing.
Hendo's on point tonight, man.
Ask Q, you know I'm talking about. You remember
Robbo's last 15 appearances, 1 goal and 9 assists.
Gee,
That's
the
fantastic.
money don't stop, bro.
He goes under the radar, you know, sometimes, Robbo, man. Because he got an assist today as well. The people reminding me it was his corner, right?
Yeah.
He goes under the radar, man. Man like Robbo, you know. And you know what? Comeback season, innit? Because certain people saying get rid of him. Simicast did come and played really well. Robbo didn't start the season very well. And Robbo was like, all right, you want me to do this? All right. And he picked up his form, man. Credit to him. And now we can't even moan when Simicast ain't playing over him because he's playing well. So
I do need to see Simicast get some game time now.
Sunlight.
Yeah, because even though Robert's playing well,
he needs some vitamin D.
Yeah,
FC, fam. And we don't want his form to go bad because he's just not played for so long that he just
that can happen. Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
Pep the Fraud says, how you put Salah the scorer of Mane who came off, because we're judging them on their performance.
It's not we're not doing goal rating, we're doing performance rating, and Mane's performance was better than Mo's, but Mo got the goal, so it evens itself out.
Shout out to Minus Anthony for the super chat.
Big up,
man. Ason says Liverpool fans having a civil war about Mane and Mo.
Yeah, I don't understand the civil war thing, fam.
Yeah, and I'm trying to separate it.
Why are we comparing? We've got them both.
And we don't even know how much longer for, but man's the fact.
Yeah. Matt, don't bring the mood down, man. I know it is, but I don't want to think about it, man.
I mean?
James says not selling Mane or Firmino out of fear of the replacements not being good enough is the worst reason. If in a relationship and you know she ain't the one, do you stay with her fearing it don't get better? That's my thoughts on it as well.
I agree with that, but you know something. I've always said this though. It's very, you see, and again, James, I appreciate what you're saying. However, I always say though, when you do personal life to football, it's very different because personal life is to your heart. Yeah, you see, as fans, how we're talking. Yes, we love the club. We do, honestly. But because we don't play for the club, it's not going to be the same unless we are that player. In my opinion, it's very hard to kind of do the whole, would you do this in your real life and compare it to a football scenario? I always find that's like a hard one to kind of gauge. Although I understand where he's coming from. I'm not going to say I'm not. Because the
analogy is great. And I totally get where he's coming from.
What he's saying is true, though. It's just when it comes to football, it's a bit different.
The only reason why I would flip it and I will say you can do it the other way is you can also see that there's enough man out there who thought that their girl weren't the one and thought the other girl was worth it. And then when they get with the other girl, they realize they shouldn't have left their girl. And now she's got a new man and you can't go back. So you can flip it the other way, which is what we would worry about if we got rid of them two. And the people who came in didn't live up to the expectation. And then they went on and started playing well for their respective teams. So it can go both ways. Do you get what I'm saying?
And you can't compare because, again, you
have to take the risk, though. You have to take the risk.
But remember, in real life, if you're talking about that's not, there's no owners. You know what I mean? There's owners. That's another aspect, another layer to add on that. So
plus, we don't need to take a risk, Cal. Because we can keep them all.
Are they gonna?
If our owners do the right thing, like Matt said, we can keep them all, so we don't even need to take risks.
But that is a risk in itself as well.
So
what, to keep them all?
Another layer.
No, even keeping them's a risk. That's what I'm saying. Whatever we do in the summer is a risk. Whether we sell them or we keep them, it's a risk.
Yeah. I think that the lesser of all the evils
If we go on
is a 1 or a 2
yeah.
year extension for both of them, and we keep them. That's the lesser of the risks, in my opinion.
No, that's fair enough. But in football, I think we get hung up on something's going to be a dead cert. Like there are some things that you kind of are like. When we signed Thiago, we were like, we know when he plays, he's 9 times out of 10 he's going to be one of the better players on the pitch. But like when we sold Torres and bought in Suarez, no one thought that Suarez would go above Torres's level. That was a risk. And it worked out for us, but at the same time, we've taken other risks, and it didn't. So,
like Andy Carroll,
I didn't want to say it, Drift. Didn't want to say it, sir. Taji official says if one touch, no turn, no skill. I disagree with that.
Raw boy, the man plays well and you're still gonna come for him. Come on, man.
Bro, I don't even know why you're even surprised. People do this in Naby every time, bro.
Yeah. Again, no, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I'm being genuinely honest with you, Matt, I definitely believe that Henderson's agenda is stronger than Naby's now. 100%.
No chance.
No, it is. No, Matt, it is, bro. It is. I'm telling you. The Henderson agenda is stronger than Naby's now, bro. I'm telling you.
I disagree, but we move. I think Naby's.
But obviously, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Bro, I saw you lot talking about Naby in the last game, and you lot were like, he's had a good game. Some people were slating him.
Yeah.
You lot were defending him. I've seen the tapes. Don't worry.
M-Shat prediction for, let's do this quick, boys. Prediction for Khan, Brook, Fury White, and AJ Usyk 2.
Brook
if Brook doesn't beat Khan, I'm going to be devastated.
Brook should beat Khan unless Brook is literally just don't care anymore. Fury to beat White and AJ versus Usyk 2.
At the moment, I'm 50-50 on the AJ Usyk one.
I'm gonna be real. As things stand, I don't know with that one. That's the only one I can't give an answer to. I don't know.
But Khan seems to be getting in Brook's head. I don't like it. He seems to be getting in his head.
What did you say, Cal, for Khan and Brook?
Brook, Fury, and AJ. I'm gonna go for.
Okay. There's no way.
I wouldn't be surprised if Usyk won, but I think AJ would win the second time.
Okay, make adjustments.
I'm hearing AJ talk about the streets and that now. He means business. He's going to road AJ. I kind of take
what AJ says with a pinch of salt because look, AJ kind of waffles in his interviews and goes from tangent to tangent. I like AJ. I'm a big AJ fan in it, but yeah, I think he just gets his head down.
I see man billing up tacos and talking about the streets, bruv. He's a different AJ now.
He has to be. You have to be. When you're going with
I might have to get a taco for lunch tomorrow.
Man said he's gonna unlearn all the skills and now he's just gonna go back to punching someone in the face hard.
We'll see what happens. No, if he sticks to that, then fair play. But he's gotta stick to his game plan.
Callum says, "Did you guys see Upamecano versus against Bochum? He was terrible. Konate far better centre back. Facts.
No, agreed. Agreed.
Shout out to Aeon for your super sticker. Zuma, we'll leave that there. We're not going to elaborate on the Zuma thing. Again, I think everyone knows our thoughts and feelings to it. Jamrock says it's actually the same, Matt. Football is emotional.
I'll give a response to that. Football has emotion in it, elements of emotion. Football is not all emotion. If it's all emotion, then people would make wrong decisions. So I disagree with that, Jamrock. And I'm sure you can understand where I'm coming from. There's elements of football that make us emotional. The whole thing is not emotional, in my opinion. Not the whole thing.
Depending on who it is.
I'm not going to lie. I was going to say, for me, I think football is all emotion.
No. Yeah. But again, for you, it's all emotion. But sometimes when you will say to us, I've got to take emotion out of it and be like, I'll just say X, Y, and Z. You will have to take it out of that, innit? Because you're like, I can't be emotional all the time. That's
but I would do that in a relationship as well, though. I'd step back and go, do you know what? I can't think with my heart now. I got to think with my head. So it's the same thing.
What I was gonna say, in relationship, remember, obviously people are emotional, but you can't just be all emotion, because if that's the case, you might make the wrong decisions because you're just being emotional over it. You got to think of your head at times, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Ronaldinho says Hendo next season 6, Bobby 10. We'll see.
I'll say Bobby 8, but yeah.
I don't know if I'm feeling Bobby in 8. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, Bobby is the 10. I can't see him as an 8, fam. His legs ain't. Nah, I don't think he can do it.
Don't even know if I'm feeling him in the 10 at the moment.
Nah,
still.
10 he can do it. Still 10.
Look, he scored a great goal today. Let's give him a break, man.
Taji official says, be honest and rank our midfielders. I bet Hendo's at the bottom. He wouldn't be for me.
No, why would he be at the
Nah,
bottom?
nah.
What, because of form? No.
Yeah, nah. Hendo would definitely not be at the
that's
bottom.
not at the bottom.
Mario says, who's making the final, boys? Liverpool and someone else.
Liverpool and someone else. Fully agree. I don't really care. It's probably Man City. Liverpool and City. You ready for it?
All right, guys. Let's take one round at a time.
Liverpool,
That's the question, innit?
Liverpool plus one.
We're spitballing, innit?
Ideal scenario would be it's Bayern Munich and we beat them 2-0. That would be an amazing campaign.
Anybody.
I want City and I want to beat them.
Yeah.
You know why?
Oh, if we beat City in the final, it'll be juicy.
Because Pep said I think they asked him I think yesterday, who can kind of stop you, Pep? And he was like, Liverpool. They're penning us. They're pain.
I want to see him sweat in that final.
He knows we are a problem. Bro, this brother can't not stop mentioning our name, you know.
All right, boys,
anytime.
Quick scenario: we both make the final of the Champions League, and there's only 1 point in it going into the last game of the season. Someone says to you, both teams are going to win one of these games. Decide which one you want it to be. You're picking the Premier League game or the Champions League game.
I ain't got a pick. We're winning both.
Both.
Just answer the question, man. Which one would you pick?
Greedy.
No.
Greedy.
I'm picking up everything in the pick and mix, Drift. Remember Woolworth? I'm picking up everything, Drift. And when I put it on the scale, I'm going to look back at the cashier and say, yeah, I want all. Don't take anything out of the bag. I know it's heavy.
No, we all want both, but I would pick the Prem.
I'm picking.
I want both.
Man City wouldn't pick. Why are we picking?
Yeah, why have we got to do that?
I gave you a scenario, boys. Let's move on.
Ain't a scenario with Liverpool, bro. 4. Remember the 4 horsemen, Ric Flair in them, man, bro.
And we're gonna have to play a lot better than today if we want to win 4. I tell you that.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry, man. We're good. We nice.
Says away goals rules abolishment, good or bad. We kind of touched on it, Anthony. We said we kind of have to wait and see how it plays out. I'm a fan of it, but we have to wait and see how it plays out. James says you have a choice to keep Mane, Firmino, aging and declining, zero debate in my opinion, or replace the two with Nkunku and Rafinha in Liverpool superstars under Klopp. What do you do?
I mean, there was a lot of feelings and not facts in there, James. Obviously, big up yourself.
Mud right now,
but yeah.
How many people are watching right now?
Nearly 1,000.
Nearly 1,000. All right, so whatever I say it's gonna be a lot. All right then, if I'm being honest. What's that? Yeah, what's that? Nah, do you know what? If I'm being genuinely honest.
If this is Saeed as well, big up Saeed as well in the chat. Big up Saeed.
Yeah, big up. Saeed is a happy man today.
I'm gonna be honest.
Know what your answer is, man.
People are gonna come at me for it, but yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? I would choose an option. That's what I would choose. I choose an option. That's what I choose. Now I choose the second one. I'd go on Nkunku and Rafinha. I have to be honest with myself. There's no point me lying. And the thing is, it might come back to bite us back in the arse because they might not settle and they might not do as well as the other two. But I just think unless those players are available, though, those are the type of players that I think if you're going to replace Mane and Firmino, they've got to be of high quality like those two. So I know disrespect. I don't know people rating, but I don't want to see Jarrod Bowen, you know what I mean, come in and even I think he's good. I want to see Rafinha's. I want to see Nkunku's. I want to see players like young players, Verts. I want to see up and coming players that can take that next level that we know is going to be sick, like a Luis Diaz. Do you know what I mean?
Every time Bowen scores, I can't help think somewhere Cal's thinking, that's right.
Again,
Would you take Bowen? No, but
no, but Bowen's not my first choice. But what I don't
Yeah.
like, what I
Yeah.
feel our fan base does, is downplay the achievements of certain players because they don't look techie and they don't.
it's got
look
nothing about not
good.
looking. I just
No,
think
I'm not saying you guys are
Yeah,
doing that.
yeah.
I'm saying I think the majority of the fan base is here. Bowen, with Jared Bowen, that's not exotic. That's not
no,
nice.
I think Bowen is good. Now I'm gonna be real.
He's
Bowen
a
is
very
good,
player.
but I just think I would rather Rafinha. I would rather Nkuku. That's not to say that Bowen is bad.
No, bruv, I'd rather
You know what I'm
Rafinha,
saying?
I'd rather Neto, I'd rather Diaby. I can probably name
Yeah.
4 or 5 players I'd rather over Bowen. But my thing is, if we sign Bowen, I'd still be very, very happy.
Would
Whereas
you be?
I don't think
No,
a lot
fair
of fans
enough.
would be.
But no, okay, but would you be happy with Bowen as a replacement for someone else, or would you be happy with Bowen like coming into the squad, so to speak? So say we didn't
No,
lose,
coming
or
into
say
the squad.
okay, but what if he was to replace someone?
Replace who?
You
Well,
know,
he would
Don't say the S
replace
word.
Mo, wouldn't
but
he?
where does
Don't
he
say the
play?
S.
But
Well,
where-
come on, guys. You're really asking me this question on camera. Am I going to be happy if Bowen replaces Salah? Are we doing this for real?
would you be happy with Bowen replace Origi?
No, but I'm gonna be real with you. If apart from R9 or Prime Messi, I'm not happy if anyone replaces Salah. Like, even if it's Neto or Rafinha to replace Salah, I'm still not happy.
What I'm saying is, you see, Jared Bowen. I do think there's a big I do think there's a big possibility we may get him in the summer. I just don't know what conditions, whether it's going to be to replace someone or to add to what we have. If I'm being genuinely honest, I think it's to replace because we're very well stocked in attack, like we've already said.
He ain't doing that. Then you'll see me kick up a stink.
But I don't want to see it. I'm just giving a more realistic scenario because we said with Luis Diaz, we said with Man City, it's very hard to keep them all happy, you know. Remember, Sane wanted to bounce. He did bounce. It's hard.
That's
it's
why
hard.
That's why Klopp's the second highest paid manager in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
But you're asking a lot if you think Bowen's going to come in to add to what we have already.
We don't need to buy a winger, guys. We just need a striker. Mane can move to the right. So we have Salah and Mane for the right. We have Jota and Diaz for the left. And then we buy a striker.
Yeah. I don't know. I prefer to keep the structure the same in terms of having a left-footed player on the right-hand side. I think it gives us better balance.
Well, Salah, Mane's right foot is pretty, left foot is pretty special. So,
yeah, but it's been a while since he's played right wing as well on a regular basis.
Real, man. Yeah. If we sign Jared Bowen to add to what we have, I'm happy. But if I'm
still not fully convinced by Mane and Firmino.
What's that?
Staying either. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. All right, would you take Rafinha and Nkuku then? Or you're not sold on Nkuku though, innit? I forgot you're not sold on him. You don't rate him.
Here it is again. I think Nkuku is good. I just probably don't rate him as highly as you. But again, I'm not going to sit here and say I watch him as often as you either. So I'm not going to sit here and downplay him either because I don't watch him as often as you do. But from the games I've seen him play, I don't jump up and be like, yeah, that's a man I really want at the club. I think he's just very good. Rafinha, I'm sold on Rafinha. Like, it ain't gonna sell me nothing when it comes to Rafinha. I'm sold. The thing is,
James, you threw the cat amongst the pigeons, big man.
Both of them are versatile as well.
Hey, I've got a quick question before we move on. Yeah, John II, let me know. Just use one word to describe the conversation, so I know it was you that we had. Because I'd want to know if I want to know if John was hacked or not. So just use one word to let me know that it was you in the conversation, and then I'll know it was you.
M-Shack, either add a prime Gerrard or a prime Suarez. Gerrard.
Gerrard.
But not other brother. Don't need a racist coming in with all the black players we've got.
Oh my gosh.
Shaq says great post, but saying that he'd probably get his head packed in now by Ibu if he did any of that
nonsense. Oh, bro, he'll get moved to differently, bro.
He was hacked. I knew it. I knew John was hacked. I knew it. Thanks for confirming, bro.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Shaq says great post match viewers review in, guys. Big up Shaq
as always. Big up Shaq as always, man.
And on that note, guys,
that is the viewers review legend right there.
Send in your viewers review, please, people. Jamrock says the rational decision is to move Millie and 2 of Bobby, Ox, or Naby. Emotionally, fans want to wait 1 more year and add caveats because they served us well.
I do get that. I do. But
agree.
right now, if we turned around and let Millie go and we got money in for Ox and we kept Naby, I'd be all right with that.
Taji says, man, them can't even rank our midfielders. Prove my point. All right, I'll rank them then. And
You can rank them. It's not a problem.
I'll rank them. I'd be very quick. Fabinho, Thiago.
I'd say the other way around there, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, but I think if you talk about availability, that's the only reason why.
Right, so
I think Thiago's better.
This is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say is caveat. I'm not just going to rate them on talent. I've got to rate them on talent, performance, and what they've done in the Liverpool shirt. I have to. That's the only fair way. Because if we're rating people on talent, then Quaresma is above Cristiano Ronaldo, then, isn't it? But he's not, because Cristiano's had a way better career. So I would go Flacco, Thiago, then I would go Hendo, then I would go Naby, then I'd go Ox, then I'd go Milner, then I'd go Elliot, and then Curtis.
Trying to think if there's anything I would change.
I'd go Thiago, Flacco, Hendo, Milner, Naby, Ox, Jones, Elliot.
Like there's if you want to have a debate about talent, and if you're going to talk about talent, then we might have a conversation that Hendo might be the least talented player.
Yeah. If we're talking about that,
but
Harvey Elliott will shoot up for starters.
Yeah, but
so would Naby.
Oh yeah, if it was just talent, then Elliott would be near the top. Yeah.
But here's the thing, guys. This whole talent thing. Tarap, Ravel Morrison. Do you know how many talented footballers they've been? Where are they now? It's not just talent, guys. It's got to be more than that. Everyone in the Premier League is talented. They'd walk down to your local five-a-side and destroy it. Walk down to your local Sunday league, destroy it. It takes more than just talent.
Right, this is mad. You know.
It's just...
Thanks for letting me know that, bro. You know what I mean? Come on, guys, man. He's our captain. Even if you don't think Henderson is that good, he's our captain, man. There's no way, man, should be getting this much like bombardment of like. Yeah, come on, man. Especially when he has a good game.
I was gonna say, if he had a rubbish game today, I could maybe understand. But come on, man, acting like the guy's completely rubbish. Like he walks into a lot of teams in the league.
Big up Saeed in the building. Saeed, would you take Henderson? No bias.
Of course he has to.
My guy, you know.
Mario says this season just proves that last season was a mirage. It was just a rumor. It wasn't a rumor, bro. We saw it. Said, guys, drop the beat for my birthday. I had to wait a couple of days to get a shout out because my birthday is on the 10th of Feb. You know what? We're gonna drop the beat for you. I hope you're not lying to us, Aeon, because you pull our leg quite a bit here. But happy birthday to you, bro. So I'm laughing. Anytime I say something about a player that I just get called out on it, I'm seeing the Mbappe stuff now. It's like, you lot let me breathe, man. Let me breathe. Like, let me breathe.
I wasn't even going to say nothing about Mbappe, you know. I ain't going to say nothing. He's not top 20.
Respect.
Top 10, so.
Again, no disrespect to Naby. I don't think he's our most complete midfielder. But he's bloody brilliant. When he's in form, when he's fit, he's bloody brilliant. But I personally don't think he's our most complete.
See, what's quite hard to judge is a lot of our players are at the end of their thing or they're a lot further along or whatever. So if you're talking about them all in their peak, shout for Milner, innit? To be our most complete midfielder.
I think it's Thiago.
Yeah, I'm leaning that way. But I think if we're talking their peaks, it's a shout for Milner.
I think he's the most versatile, not necessarily the most complete.
Well, I'm talking shooting, tackling, passing, heading. aggression, leadership. Like, what did peak Millie not have? I don't know. But yeah,
Raji, Matt, why isn't Hendo in your first 11?
Because he wouldn't be in my first 11.
He's not in my first 11 either. That doesn't mean I'm going to start bad mouthing you.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
No. But the thing is, I think what he means is, so how comes if you rate him highly, you're not going to start him? But that would be like saying that if you think, say, Jones, for example, is above Henderson in your ranking, Taj, but then Jones still wouldn't be in your starting 11 though. So like that's a bit of a
Here's the easiest way I can break this down. If someone said to you right now, who's had a better career, Bobby or Jota, just in footballing terms, is Roberto Firmino, right?
And he's clear. Career.
Right. But if you say to me right now,
clear, fam.
you're playing the Champions League final. You're playing the Champions League final tomorrow. Are you starting Bobby or Jota?
You're
starting Jota.
Thank you. I don't understand what this is even all about.
James says, I'm back. LOL. People constantly emphasizing and praying Mane will get better now. Diaz's hair alone proves something's wrong. I hear that. Mario says, one of the best I've seen was a Koch 1-0. Not a Koch's fault, though. Not a Koch's fault. But yeah, Koch was different.
Nice for all, man.
Chris says, Cal, is Ronaldinho world class or elite? He's elite, Chris. Thanks for that, Chris.
Is it Cal? Quick one.
Man, just opened up the wound again. Yeah. Is it healing? Is it healing?
Cal, is Mbappe top 10 yet? Is he top 10? Mbappe.
Right, leave Cal alone, man. Jesus, we won the game, you lot.
Do you want me to start on you as well? Do you remember when I asked you lot both? I said to you both specifically. This wasn't even last week. Yeah, this was like, this was last season. Do you know what I said? That a viewer asked a question. He was like, "Would you swap Mbappe for Mane?" And you all were like, "I know Matt would," and I was like, "I can see the upside." What are you lot saying now?
Look, no one ever doubted Mbappe was a good player, but he's not going to get one goal in a game and then everyone's going to lose their shit over it, right?
I'm talking, remember, last season.
All jokes aside, Matt, did Mbappe have a great game last night?
He had a better game, one of the best players on the pitch.
What would you say his performance was? Because I'd have probably given him a 7 out of 10 for the performance.
I'd give him an 8. I'd give him an 8. 8.5 maybe. Because he was ripping Carvajal all game and scored an amazing goal as well to add to that.
I thought the game was actually really boring without that goal, though. It's a really boring game.
Wow,
without the
you
goal.
man are like that. Right?
I do. I just think it was a boring game.
You man are downplaying the thing like that. Rotted, okay.
No, I wasn't talking about Mbappe's fault. I'm saying the game overall. I thought the game was really boring, man.
Really? I didn't think it was boring.
Yeah, I wasn't. Maybe I hyped myself up because it was Madrid PSG. But
I saw Verratti doing Verratti. Listen, I saw some ballers on that pitch.
Yeah, Verratti
one of my favorite players to watch.
I think when you asked us the question at the time, Matt, I wouldn't have taken Mbappe over Mane. Right now, today, yeah, I would. I'd have to.
But I said this last year. And I still love Mane.
You said you weren't convinced. You said you'd have to have a conversation about it. You didn't say you would do it.
There's a reason why I was the one that hesitated.
No, you said you'd have a convo about it. I don't think there's anything.
I said I don't want to talk about it because I knew what I was gonna say. I don't know if you probably won't remember. All I'm saying is this: when it comes to Mbappe, I've championed him for a while, and I remember we used to go back and forth, Carl, about Mbappe and Haaland, didn't it? About who would suit the team, rare tear, and all that stuff.
I'm not budging on that. It's Haaland.
No, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely no. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying we just go back and forth, and then it got into is he top 10? And I was like, he's top 10, bro. And then you named your players, and that's why I wanted to ask you today: are you still sticking with that list of players that you had?
I am at the moment, yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Do you know what? Sorry, guys. Just quickly, Neil before Klopp makes a good point. Now I'm not going to bring it up. He just said Madrid is still running with Cruz, Casemiro, and Modric. I was thinking that yesterday. I was like, right, they've really got to realize that they've got to try and find a way to bring in some fresh blood and, get rid of this trio now.
Do you know what I will say? Cruz is still a bad man. Casemiro's good. It's just Modric. Believe it or not.
I would say Cruz ain't the guy he was a couple years ago either.
Cruz is a G, bruv.
Cruz is still the guy, fam.
Cruz is a G.
But he
I'm
needs
not
a bit
saying
more
I'm not saying he's a
athleticism
bad
around
player,
him.
but it's time to phase him out as well. Now, I
Nah,
think Madrid
Drift,
need to
don't.
go
See, that
and
don't
phase it and get a whole new
no,
midfield now, man.
no.
Nah, I disagree with that, Drift.
Cruz is a bad boy.
Yeah.
Cruz
I
is
saw
a beast.
Perisic and not Perisic, Paredes kind of having up Cruz yesterday, and I thought,
Yeah, because
yeah,
they had a better
maybe Cruz's
game.
best days are definitely behind him. But
Bruv, do you watch? I watch them man La
Cruz
Liga
is a
hard. Cruz
problem,
is still what it is.
he's a
Though,
good
Drift.
player, but I still think it's mad Real Madrid are rocking that free. Like for about
Bro.
8 years in a row now or something. It's madness.
I'm not being funny though, Drift. There aren't
We
many
couldn't
better
even touch
DMs in
that
world
midfield
football
free
than
last
than
season. Imagine that.
Casemiro.
If our team was still rocking the same free for 8 years, you see how people get on now when we're bloody playing it. Imagine if it was that for that long.
So
They'd
how
be
did
going mad.
Bro, remember
but
we
Drift,
lost to them, man. You know, with that midfield.
Yeah, but that was we shouldn't have. That was
no,
different.
I know
Drift,
that, but
I'm gonna
they can
ask you,
still
though,
run
Drift.
it back.
Chelsea worked that midfield last season.
Can you name 4 better DMs in world football than Casemiro?
Nope.
Casemiro wasn't the one I said should be phased out
but
a bit.
I'm
With
You said
Modric
talking
replace
about
all
the
three.
midfield, though.
You said replace all three.
Cruz is a controller. Top 3
Different
in the world.
controller.
Top 3 in the world. And Modric,
I don't have the energy to have that. I'll come back to you on it. I'll come back to you on it.
There, bro.
Modric is probably the only one you look at and you think.
You know you have to come back because there ain't an answer, Drift.
No, because obviously I ain't got the energy or the time to do it now. But I'll come back to you.
Because you can't name 4 better than Casemiro.
No, Cruz. You said Cruz is top 3. I'm saying I'm gonna give
Controller.
Give me time to go and make that decision.
Controller.
I'm tired now.
AA says our midfield in this order: Thiago, Fab, Hendo, Jones, Harvey, Ox. You guys agree front 3 should be Diaz, Jota, Mo. I'd like us to try that front 3 for a sustained period to see how it gets.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's try.
But first, Mo and Mane need a rest. They need an actual rest. If it's 1 or 2 games, they need a rest. Imran's trying to bait me up a little bit. Imran did something dirty earlier to me still. Showed me Haaland's injury record and didn't tell me who it was and asked if I'd take this player. And I said, I don't know.
Oh, yes, Imran.
Imran did me dirty, bro. Man giggled after he revealed it as well, bro. So, yeah. But yes, I would still take Haaland.
Cool. So big up people. You've had us for way longer than we were supposed
Kimmich
to.
isn't a controller.
Kimmich ain't even a controller.
Big
I like the way
up,
Drift tried to put that up there slyly, but couldn't think of it for yourself. Oh no, really? You didn't put that up, Drift?
That weren't me.
Weren't me.
Really, Drift? You sure?
It wasn't me, bruv. Matt,
I thought you said you was tired.
Don't bring it up and then blame me. Come on, man.
You said you was tired, then all of a sudden read it off. Man. Come on, man. We better than this.
I didn't read anything off. When did that cow started reading? I didn't read anything.
Thiago for me is a better controller, but
Thiago.
I don't think Verratti and Kimmich are.
No, I think I'm gonna say Kimmich ain't on that list. Yeah, he can't control a game like that. No.
Yeah. Kimmich is sick, but he's not a controller.
So big up, guys, especially for getting the likes up. Obviously, we're gonna drop that anthem for you guys. Big up as always for that. You know, what I mean, you had us for a lot longer than you was meant to tonight as well.
Scoop, it wasn't even me, bro.
2-0 win for Liverpool. We move.
Thank you, all you lovely people. Until we see you next time.
Again, Cal, viewers, review people, get them in ASAP. Big up Shaq as always, viewers review legend. And as well, and tomorrow, guys, we're back at the usual time for the Prem Panel show as well. We're back at 9:30 tomorrow, guys. So we're looking forward to that. We've got a lot to chop up, and I feel sorry for George because I feel like he's gonna get cooked. But
George just lives on the stove now, isn't it? He's just a Dutchy pot now, isn't it? George just lives on the stove with oil in there, just waiting for the planting or dumping.
Facts.
But nah, big up.
You know it's mad. You know it's bad when you're getting cooked more than Man United. So yeah,
trust. I've seen the question asked quite a few times as well. Yes, Ronaldinho is a legend. Carly said, lads, do you think Sterling would bang in our team? Yes, I think he would score goals.
I think Klopp would play him down the middle.
No.
My lad, Sterling
would get goals in this team.
Yeah, he would.
But he
I
wouldn't
think
be my
Klopp
first
would play him down. I think he'd do what Jota's doing, as in like he'd be
I
making those into middle runs and that getting on the end of tappings and all that.
We'll see. But we won't, because he ain't going to leave City and come back to Liverpool.
Bun Sterling.
Oh no chance.
Right, Bun Sterling, but not Coutinho. All right, cool. All right then, lads. Lovely. Have a good one. Peace, fellas. See you on the next show. I'm going to get rushed off camera, but babe, big up you, man. Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
Take
jokes,
care,
man.
No, big up everyone, man. Big up.
Big up. Love to everyone, man.
Katie, run it up.
Yeah, big shout out to Matt, Callum, Drifty, Big Kop-Ish, and they know they can't stop it. Realest in the game, all you gotta do is watch it. Drifty, Callum, Matt on the stream still popping. The haters gon' hate cause they know they can't top it. Mo Salah, I might go and get a hat trick. Halal lifestyle, but still see me with a bad chick. Kop-Ish gang got the game on lock. Going hard like the game don't stop. Fly killer like Callum, I'm going dummy. Drifty on the way, they feel when the heat's coming. And Matt still popping, his ish is still bumping. The game, we still running. I'm feeling like Zubiri with the locks and they love it. Came back, we gon' have to do another one. I don't even need to come out, they know I'm on the sun. Yeah, I put it all in the verses. My Kop-Ish gang came back, we going for them, yeah. They ain't really have to see us out. We got the YouTube thing and we put it out. Every time it's a stream, they been going crazy. And my brothers never lack, they ain't never lazy. We did a whole thing from Tampa to London, it's a movie. Every time I'm back in the booth, I'm getting groovy. I'm feeling amazing, feeling crazy like Patrick Swayze. They love how I'm coming, you know they call me baby. Yeah, I feel like Jurgen on the touchline. 4-3-3, they ain't never gon' touch mine. Just scored a goal, beat Burnley the other day. They gon' come back, what the hell you think they gon' say? DVD in the back, I'm a rock. Can't get past what you do, it's a stop. TAA on the wing, put it in a box. Mo Salah for the goal, you know how we rock. Sadio, he gon' take it to the hole. He gon' cook him and shake him, then he roll, yeah. We ain't playing, it's the way that we rock. Big Kop-Ish, and you know that we ain't never gon' stop.